I love the Excalibur. Practice it and you will improve your hit, compression, and stain on the ball. How important is that? It's essential.
Look, you've been sold a total bill of goods by tennis pros that honestly just don't know any better. You ask them, how do you hit the ball harder? They'll tell you swing faster, more racket head speed. Well, I mean, a 5-year-old could tell you that, and it wouldn't necessarily be the only way or the truest way to get speed and weight on your ball. That if you get this perfect synergy, right, this perfect convergence of pressing air into the ball, right, and having your strings lay back beautifully on contact, those two things right there, that gives you the big pop in tennis. So just swinging fast, I mean, not many of us are going to have much luck with that, okay? Especially under pressure, right? You're not going to want to swing fast. Your arm isn't going to be loose. You're not going to be lined up. But what the Excalibur does is it gives you this pinpoint here, right at this bulbous part, just the way Federer practices. And when you discover, when you start to be able to hit the ball correctly with this Excalibur, you'll notice your balls fly a lot quicker and a lot heavier on the other side. And that's because you're getting the two sweet spots, right? You're getting the sweet spot, which pushes the most air into the ball, and you're getting the most bend out of your strings. And all of it, don't forget, when you use the nonlinear approach, our approach, it all comes from the core. So it all comes from your center, it's all connected to your center, and at contact, you get that big pop off the convergence of those two sweet spots I talk about.
I'm a tennis coach. I teach in London, England, and I teach my friend who's got one of these Excaliburs. I've got to say, it's pretty good. It makes him really slow down his stroke because he has an issue with trying to hit the ball too fast. And because we've got to use the rough edge or the rounded edge, you really got to be precise on hitting it. So by just using this and using his stroke production, it makes him use his body a lot more. And I definitely see the improvement over the last few months. This has been easier.
Hey guys, Nick here, former D1 tennis player. The Excalibur has been great for my game, developing my strokes and really helping me improve even after college. Go check it out.
The ways I like to use the Excalibur is, number one, just drop feed. That's a great way to do it. Have your player take a basket of balls and drop feed one after another. Use the Excalibur, and it keeps you lined up, and it keeps you with a keen awareness of staying lined up throughout the hit. And it's much easier to control when you're moving slowly and in a controlled fashion than when you're just swinging fast. They'll always say, oh, they'll start to drop in. They don't always start to drop in. So I would definitely think twice before you decide to just create more racket head speed without thinking about how it's connected to your core. Excalibur is amazing for volleys, just amazing. Because most people think you have to do too much on volleys, and really all you do need to do is make good contact with your arm in this convex fashion, lined up at the 45, connected to the body. So just by looking at the hit here and making contact, it's such a great way to practice your volleys. I don't need much forward motion at all. It's such great practice. Forehands and backhands. Using Excalibur on the serve ain't easy, but it's really great practice for you to learn to get convex at contact and keep your eyes up. Because if you don't keep your eyes up, you're going to whiff. There we go. It's all about perfect, high-quality contact.
For me, it's all about the contact. So the Excalibur really dials you in and puts me in that perfect contact point. And also with the wrist laid back, it puts my wrist in that laid back position so I get that nice fat pop. And for my players and before a tournament, it's an essential that we use in the warm-up just about every time.
So believe me, don't be fooled by that talk of racket head speed. You will be very disappointed. It's much easier to control a slow motion than it is a fast motion, especially under pressure. And there's a ton of power in slowness. You don't have to jump out of your skin to hit a hard ball.